Somebody enters the room, most likely my mom, breaks me a charger right here for the batteries like this. This is what they hallucinated. It can cause the fire, talking about the novel mist of garbage. Police garbage. And the way this is easily done is by basically going back and forth, and make this crack. And so when you try to plug in, the only thing that happens is basically you can see this is even not straight. Look at that. So this is again 10 euros again going to the hell like this. Expensive gift I just got. Leaving my things behind, departing house, is just devastating. It's trouble. That it only means one thing. That's basically things destroyed. They vandalize, they destroyed, they make this shit even rusty, ugly, and on top of it, instructed me on not using this stuff as soon as I come home because it can cause the fire. The same shit. You just probably move this a little bit and it's just gonna fall off. So I was trying to plug in, and the only thing that happens is this thing here. In reality, the one dangerous is them. Everything is okay. I do this in my presence when I charge. I don't leave charging without my presence. So completely uselessly destroyed expensive shit, basically. That's all there is to it. It's not going to be as safe when I go and oh, look at that. There is more to it. Look at that. Is already knife being used also. Look at it. Look at it. So they also cut me with a knife, the wire. They didn't cut the knife with a wire, they cut the whole wires. This was what I brought from the Poland, where I bought myself this. It was done by the Novo Mesto police investigators. Literally, look at it. The animal who met me at the Novo Mesto police station in 2022 when I came to request for my father's medical files was one of the animals who was directly involved in this. Might have actually even been the only animal who was implicated directly in destruction, vandalizing of this thing. Oh, he spoke about this stuff. I'm not getting this somehow. I see. Trying to understand what is in it for Android. Zoom. I don't understand what's going on. I've never seen Zoom like this yet. On this telephone, definitely not. Why would it be now this? I don't get it. I do not understand this one here. This is for me a real puzzle now. It looks like as if I would have a visit when I was inside of the kitchen and somebody fucked things up or something like this. Just as I was about to leave, I get this thing here, and I also get the telephone that never was like this before. Yeah, but the telephone is okay. Maybe I just don't have the experience filming this kind of stuff. Let me get the stupid microscope. Yay. Every time is some bullshit. Every time. Every fucking time is something new. This will do it a bit questionable, but here you can see it. Exactly what I mean. Let me put this under the light like this. This here is what I mean. This is cut. This is with the knife. The external cord is being cut, and also the two cords, the inside cords. That is a knife. That is a knife job. That's a knifing. That's what Nova Mesto Police did. The Polacks, this fucking Polacks, fucking Polish police that would hijack me from Poland, together with the Slovenian police, they allow them to vandalize, destroy absolutely everything. This is all fucking Polish police, this stuff here that you see. But these Slovenian animals in blue, I was just gonna do the review of this thing here. Got whatever the hell they needed to destroy. So what favor have they done to me by destroying me this? None. If the fire was to take a place, you know where the fire would take place? Right here. This is where the fire would take place. Because the fire will start here, it would spread onto... Sorry, wait a minute. What about this thing here? This is just not the right side. What about here? They did not destroy this. Yeah, this is exactly what I recall police was doing. Nova Mesto Police. What it will do to you is they'll just... This here is dangerous for the fire here, because it can spread onto here. It's got plastic, it can burn, and it will do a fire. So I remember the police investigator. I don't understand you as a police officer. How come the fuck you are not ashamed? It doesn't matter whether you are in the US or you are in Germany or where the fuck you are. You like to listen to the program like this? You're not ashamed of this shit? With you're being implicated in this stuff. These animals, Slovenian, what they would do is, he actually contemplated on cutting through here, but it was protected with this thing here. And figure out that would not go and do this, but it will go and do this. So, but now you go and you replace the original, and you start doing something on your own, and you might not do it the way the originally was done, and the real fire might actually start. And they'll ask you, what the fuck happened to you? What is it? Why is it that everything is destroyed, and why you did this? Why did you repair this? What happened? And this and that. Do you want to burn our fucking house here? The whole fucking house is what you want to burn. The police. Nova Mesto Police I'm talking about. Next to destroying, vandalizing, breaking into people's home, destroying their property. These animals, when I was in Poland in 2018, 2019, they would still film me with the Slovenian psychiatric drugs. They did. The police investigators from Nova Mesto Police Station, yesterday I did the video on this subject, and I made a mistake. It was in 1994, 1993 that Prince Andrew and Charles made a deal with the Slovenian police in respect to continuation of pushing me psychiatric drugs during MKUltra procedure. Something they started in the second grade of the grammar school using Eastern European, Yugoslav psychiatric drugs. It's a good video about the psychiatric drugs that I posted. This, what you see here, everything was destroyed to me. Everything, whatever I had inside of the home was destroyed to me like this. Everything. Every fucking thing. I am saying this because the only thing you saw me is when I posted the stuff that arrived from the China, which was based on MKUltra brainwash. But the devastation, the damage that was done inside of the house, inside of my home, for all the property that I had, was a total devastation, total destruction. So the only thing you saw me basically was placing on the internet the stuff that arrived from China and stuff like this. But whatever was that I purchased here locally, or wherever I purchased somewhere else, and it was in my possession inside of the home, was destroyed, vandalized just like this. Just like this, just the way you saw this. This is the second charger that I have here, is what this garbage Slovenian told me that I should use. Yeah, this is the way it is to have a house in Slovenia, to live in Slovenia. That's the way they consider this, the communist way, basically. What is yours is mine, and what is mine is basically debt for you. This is the way they consider. That's how they view the whole thing is. That's how they view the whole thing is for 54 years. And demanded from me as if they would buy this or something like this. And this shit is from United States of America, I think, or I might have bought this one upon return from US to Slovenia. Yeah, I think I bought this one from the US when I returned. I bought it here, might have bought it here in Slovenia, this stuff here. I did, and paid a lot of money. There is some markings here, the way you see it here. They have left me to remind me of MK Ultra. And they studied on how to do the damage to this thing. And they did figure out that I'm going to need the most of this cable here. Whatever they have done with the cable, whatever the cable is. The radio that was right there, I don't know if it's still there, is the one that I would be using to connect that thing over there with the to put it in the wall. This is basically the way we are, this is where we are located, this is what we are dealing with. This is how time is flying, going away silently, thanks to United Nations, Amnesty International, International Criminal Court. I submitted your complaints, and you participated, in my case, for 50 years. And within 50 years, more than 50 years, your representatives participated in, your heads of United Nations, not only your representatives. You were completely deneutralized without any purpose whatsoever to your organization other than lies, beatings, torture, which you assisted the Yugoslav, the Serbian, the Slovenes. You assisted them actually with demands for more money. I remember that. The UNICEF, all that stuff, when you raided our house and demanded money as per Yugoslavia, that everybody is giving the money and I'm not giving the money and that kind of stuff. That's the stuff you were extremely active. That kind of issues we have gone through. We did go through that kind of stuff. But other than that, I don't understand what the fuck your purpose is at the United Nations. Whatever would have been just a maybe 5-minute job, it turned into a fucking nightmare that's going to maybe last now for maybe even 2 hours before I'm going to get the replacement for this shit together so that I can have lights at night when I walk, because police, as you know, requires you to be properly lightened, to have lights so that you're visible on the road. They did to me, they fuck me like this. From 5-minute jobs, they make jobs not 2 hours long, but days long. 2-3 days, I end up fucking myself up fixing things. Everything was like this, everything. This issue was even involved by Miran Sudin. In it, exactly this stuff here. And what they were doing with Stefanic, Josic, and so on, they came inside and they started to act like they are investigating the house and started to take a note about how these things are broken of the milk. This is basically this was the milk that was purchased in a Lidl, and it was involved in MK Ultra too. Make no mistake about it. It appears as if these idiots from the police didn't see milk like this before or something like that. But during MK Ultra, it was just like this. You have these things falling off, and they started their discovery. The research of the house, they tried to, apparently they were trying to intimidate with These are idiots that is just sorry of this tape of my hard drive that I'm wasting on these cretins, basically. It says I'm a novel master. Damn right, that's something new. That's nice. I haven't seen that feature before.
A ti meni povej, kje je radio?
Ključ mi da
Kaj ti lahko meni poveš, kje je radio?
radio je moj, ključ je pa
Radio je tvoj, mama.
Moj.
Tvoj.
Daj mi ključ.
Zdaj lahko poveš, zakaj je radio zginil s tem, da si mi sfukala tisti polnilček? Lahko tu poveš, lahko tu odgovoriš. Zaradi tega, ker tisti radio, ki je zginil, je povezan s tem zlomljenim polnilcem.
Hvala Bogu.
Vidite, ti smo napravili.
Tako je.
Pa kar smej se, ja, kar smej se.
Tako je. Neumnosti grozati.
Lej,
Veš, če bi sedela primo, ne bi imel cajt fantazirati.
lej, mama. Razumem.
No,
Yeah, this radio that was here had exactly identical plug that most likely was not taken from my charger that you saw right there, but it's a plug that I could easily use. She doesn't listen to the radio at all. But what's interesting is the radio disappeared too. Usually these things don't disappear unless you need them. And you need them as a spare parts when something is destroyed. And this isn't the first time this happened. Everything that was destroyed was in exactly the same sequence. And that's the stuff I found on the attic area. It's the stuff they were playing with. Even Tiger Woods was talking to me about how to properly secure this, as it might be a fingerprints on it, which is questionable because they were using the same type of cooking pans, utensils as we have, but they were not from this home, which is something I already found. But basically, that's all I'm saying. I'm saying is that maybe, maybe it is, maybe it's not. You're not supposed to be twisted like this. And I'm completely aware of it, but I'm going to take a chance with it. I take chances on stuff like this, knowing they're not supposed to be like this, because I know there is not even remotely that you can fuck things up the way I have things fucked up because of police, because of what police did to me. This is not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be straight because it's electric current that's running through. But you understood me what I tried to say. What they were doing is basically a hardcore destruction, vandalization. I don't know how you would say that. Destruction, basically. That it's impossible anything in this world could potentially avoid the damage that basically derives from within. So that's why I'm not worried. I know that it will be okay for as much as I'm going to use this. I don't think the day when police is going to investigate this thing is far from over, is far from it. I think it's very near, based on MKUltra's scenario, maybe it's about 2-3 months away from here is where we are at. We are very close to this and will be the way I say it will be, nothing different. It's a huge problem. I wasn't going to put this on the internet. I have a million other videos like this one. And I realize it's a huge problem. The stuff that I do is totally wrong. It's not good, the stuff that I do. I don't put the stuff that I should pertaining to my mother on the internet. And the more that I keep to myself, the more aggressive, the more abusive she is becoming. I noticed the psychiatric pattern. I noticed the police pattern because she's doing absolutely everything she's doing based on police instructions and based on the psychiatrist instructions. This is what they used to rehearse For every attack she exercises, she knows exactly her way in and her way out. This is the most trained murderer, killer, or through my mother, this is the most trained killer, murderer, serial killer that I ever know of. I don't know about other cases that people were involved in crime, but I know for my own mother that she does it literally to sicken me. She does it literally knowing that the more I keep to myself, the more psychological damage I endure. Was using psychiatrists, police were using her medical tests to convince me that she cannot last inside of the psychiatric hospital, not even 3 months with the medications, due to health damages she has. And they make sure that they would leave me the paperwork inside of where they push me through the infestation of the moths inside of my room, and they put all the medical records based on which they brainwashed me during MKUltra about her health damages and such to remember. They had me begging for her life inside of some prison in Ljubljana, where they would bring in me inside of the psychiatric hospital and so on. And I have to say that I noticed this, that there is a pattern that when she commits crimes, she immediately stops when I put her on the internet, when I put the stuff about her on the internet. This is when she is good for several days. But she doesn't do this from the point of view that, you know, let's say that you have a child and it's a bad child and you have to punish one, to remind one to properly behave. She doesn't do this from the point of view that she would take a note about, you know, like warning, don't do that no more. But she does this well, with intention to cause more harm, more damage, and eventually through the gaslighting together with police, psychiatrists, kill, murder, cause more damage, more devastation. Stress is no good for anybody. You live under the stress. I don't hate myself more than if I live inside of the house, audio recorder not turned on. And I don't hate myself more than whenever she silently comes right from behind me if I am at the kitchen sink or whatever, I'm preparing myself a food, because I could endure a stab, because I could be stabbed with a screwdriver or with a knife or whatever stuff they were doing during MKUltra. So I don't hate myself more than when I don't pay enough attention to my own safety. That's when I I learned really to hate myself. This is my mother. That's why I said serial killer, murderer, killer who got away with a crime for 54 years in both houses. I should say with a million different crimes. She worked along the way to get me killed, together with the police, with the psychiatrists. I'm going to say, notice that it's not about being warned about, don't do certain things anymore, but it's about basically to tune down, like go like undercover, like for some time, just so that it passes me. And then what she does is she starts again. She starts to load again. And it goes up, and she's increasing this till I cannot take it. And I put some little thing on the internet again, protecting my loving, beloved mommy for 54 years, Joseph Fritzl, that paid bills, they say. She paid the bills. You pay the bills, you pay absolutely everything. That is true. That is absolutely true. However, this is in a complete symbiosis with Illuminatis, with the police, with the psychiatrists that are abusing this situation, literally pushing inside of the grave to get that things going the way they want to get them, basically. The truth that will come out would not even live one day the way they did this stuff. This is also one of the decisions why a million videos like this now is going to come to the internet. She's a serial killer. Communism is a mental illness. Communism is a mental illness. It's a sickness. My mother have definitely proven this to be a mental illness. It's a sickness. Communism is about the worst mental illness that ever existed. She cannot do better than this to your own son. I am 54 years old now. And I will not forget Josip Broz Tito when he told people, we are doing this to one of ours. We're not doing this to yours, to your kind. We're doing this to one of ours. That's when I was theirs. That's when I belonged to the communists. I only belonged to the communists whenever it was to tell that other side to fuck off. That's about the only time I belong to the communism. This is the worst mental illness ever. And it is the most violent, the single most oppressive thing, the social order there is that ever existed in this world. It's the worst mental illness that there is. Never anything was worse. Hardly can believe that my mother is taking advantage of me when I get about 3 hours of sleep a day. That's disgusting. And there is no such thing like mistakes, misunderstandings. This is extremely well-trained serial by the police, by the psychiatrists, by the professionals that do this stuff, by the professionals who deal with this type of stuff, broker crime, investigate crime, and deal with the crime, individuals. She is a serial killer trained by the people, like I said, who deal, broker, investigate crime. She's well trained. There's no misunderstandings. There's no mistakes in it. She is a computer. She's a machine. She's not a human being.